Welcome, everyone. Today, we're embarking on a profound journey of self-discovery and personal growth. We'll explore how life serves as our greatest teacher and how we can use every experience to evolve and become the best versions of ourselves. This journey isn't always easy, but it's infinitely rewarding. So let's dive in. The school of life. Imagine life as a vast school, and each of us as students. But here's the twist. It's not just a school, it's a school of mirrors. Every person we encounter, every situation we face, is reflecting something back to us about ourselves. There are teachers, constantly showing us aspects of ourselves that we need to work on. When someone pushes our buttons, or we find ourselves getting upset, it's easy to point fingers. But what if, instead of blaming others, we asked ourselves, what is this revealing about me? This simple shift in perspective can transform our interactions and accelerate our growth. As we master ourselves as students, something magical happens. We become better teachers to others. But here's the beautiful paradox. Even as we teach, we're always students. There's always something new to learn, always a reflection of ourselves to understand better. This is the dance of life, constantly learning, growing, and sharing our insights with others. The journey from childhood to present. Let's rewind to the beginning of our story. As babies, we were pure essence, loving, joyful, and free. We didn't carry any baggage, neuroses, or limiting beliefs. We were, in a sense, enlightened beings, fully present and connected to our true nature. But as we grew and interacted with the world, something started to change. We began creating interpretations about ourselves, our parents, and life itself. The catch? Many of these interpretations were actually misinterpretations. We took the limited information available to our young minds and created stories that would shape our entire lives. These misinterpretations formed the basis of our personal reality, our personality. We created limiting beliefs, experienced traumas, and accumulated what some traditions call samskaras, or karma. This baggage we carry can be triggered by anyone or anything, pushing our buttons and presenting opportunities for growth. The purpose of triggers. Now let's talk about triggers. When we're upset or disturbed, it's tempting to blame the external situation or person. But here's the truth. It's not really about what's happening outside. It's about the baggage we're carrying inside, our misinterpretations, misperceptions, and limiting beliefs. These triggers, as uncomfortable as they are, serve a purpose. They're opportunities to unravel, undo, and dissolve these false narratives we've created about ourselves. Every time we get triggered, it's like life is tapping us on the shoulder saying, hey, there's some inner work to be done here. The goal isn't to never get triggered. The goal is to use these triggers as signposts, guiding us back to our true selves. We're aiming to return to that childlike state of clarity and joy. Not to become a baby again, but to shed the lens of perception that distorts our view of reality and causes us to react unconsciously. The role of parents and childhood experiences. Our parents play a crucial role in this story, but perhaps not in the way we often think. Our parents were who they were, regardless of how we as children interpreted their behavior. This is a key point to understand. Our interpretations of their actions shaped our beliefs about ourselves and the world. From these interpretations, we created stories and beliefs about ourselves and them. Whatever we held against them, we also created stories about ourselves. If we felt unloved, we might have created the story that we're unlovable. If we felt unsafe, we might have decided the world is a dangerous place. These beliefs and stories now rule our entire system. Our body, nervous system, subconscious, and neurological pathways. We've been living our whole life believing what we think about ourselves based on our interpretations of our parents' behavior. Breaking the cycle. Here's where it gets interesting. Life will continue to play out scenarios that reflect these beliefs until we recognize and change them. It's like we're actors in a play, but we've forgotten it's just a play. We keep reciting the same lines, playing out the same scenes, wondering why our life seems stuck in a loop. The mirror of life is constantly showing us our labeled wounds, traumas, and samskaras. This is our karma, carrying these beliefs and stories with us, letting them shape our reality. When we don't feel worthy, loved, or good enough, it's because we're believing the stories we created as children. Life is simply reflecting these beliefs back to us. To change our life, we need to undo the beliefs we hold against our parents and ourselves. This doesn't mean excusing harmful behavior, but rather understanding that our interpretations of events, not the events themselves, create our ongoing suffering. The illusion of external solutions. Many of us have been conditioned to believe that someone or something external will bring us the love we didn't receive from our parents. We've watched Disney movies, read fairy tales, and absorbed societal messages that tell us a prince or princess will come and make everything better. We chase external validation to heal the wounds we carry from childhood. We think if we just find the right partner, get the perfect job, achieve a certain level of success, then we'll finally feel whole. But this is an illusion. No amount of external success, marriage, children, money, fame can heal the pain within. The pain is on the inside, and only we can heal it. The outside world will simply mirror back to us what we still need to face and heal. This doesn't mean we can't enjoy relationships or success, but it does mean that we need to stop expecting these external factors to fix our internal issues. So, what can we do? One of the most powerful tools we have for healing is acceptance. When we accept where we are right now, without judgment, we open the door to real change. This doesn't mean we have to like everything about our current situation, but we stop fighting against what is. Coupled with conscious breathing, acceptance can help regulate our nervous system and bring us back to a state of balance. Here's a simple practice you can try. Whenever you feel frustrated, anxious, or impatient, take a deep belly breath, slow and deep. As you breathe, ask yourself, can I allow this to be what it is? Can I accept this as it is? Can I be okay with this? This might seem too simple to be effective, but don't underestimate the power of this practice. By combining acceptance with conscious breathing, we're sending a powerful message to our nervous system that we're safe, that we can handle whatever is happening. The importance of emotional release. Many of us have been taught to suppress our emotions, especially the ones we label as negative. We're told to buck up, don't cry, don't be angry. But this suppression of emotions often leads to more problems down the line. As the renowned physician Gabor Mate teaches, suppressed emotions often manifest as physical or psychological issues. We need to learn to express our emotions in healthy ways. This might involve crying, expressing anger safely, or setting healthy boundaries. Emotional release isn't about indulging in every feeling or acting out. It's about reconnecting with our authentic selves and allowing our emotions to flow naturally. When we do this, we often find that emotions we've been carrying for years finally have a chance to move through us and release. The myth of scarcity. Let's talk about a pervasive myth that affects many of us. The myth of scarcity. Many of us were raised with a scarcity mindset, always worrying about not having enough. This scarcity doesn't just exist in our thoughts. It's embedded in our nervous system. Even people with abundant wealth can feel a sense of scarcity. This is because scarcity isn't about what we actually have. It's about our relationship to what we have. It's a lens through which we view the world. When scarcity thoughts arise, it's important to recognize that these are not true stories. They're patterns and programs we've been running unconsciously. Try this. When you notice scarcity thoughts, remind yourself, this is not a true story. Can I be okay right here, right now? As you challenge these false narratives and regulate your nervous system, the feeling of scarcity will start to dissolve. Your inherent sense of abundance and worthiness will emerge. Remember, you were born abundant. Scarcity is a learned mindset that can be unlearned. The trap of external validation. In our society, we often rely heavily on external validations, our looks, our achievements, instant gratifications, to feel good about ourselves. But these are just temporary fixes. They're ways of soothing ourselves instead of facing what's inside. It's like putting a Band-Aid on a wound that needs stitches. It might cover up the problem temporarily, but it doesn't address the root cause. Real growth comes from facing our pain and moving within. It's about detaching from our reliance on external factors and finding our worth from within. This doesn't mean we can't enjoy compliments or achievements, but it does mean that we don't depend on them for our sense of self-worth. Our worth is inherent. It doesn't need to be earned or proven. The misuse of fear. Fear is a powerful tool, and unfortunately, it's often misused by those in power. It's used to manipulate, control, and sell. When we're in a state of fear or stress, our body goes into fight or flight mode. In this state, our immune system, which requires a lot of energy, shuts down to conserve resources. This is why chronic stress and fear can have such detrimental effects on our health. Be aware of how fear is used in media, advertising, and politics. Question narratives that rely heavily on fear-mongering. Remember, those who use fear to control others are often the most afraid themselves. By recognizing when fear is being used as a tool of manipulation, we can choose not to engage with it. We can instead cultivate a sense of inner peace and security that isn't shaken by external fear-mongering. Relationships as vehicles for growth. Many of us enter relationships seeking a happily ever after. We expect our partner to heal our wounds and make us feel complete. But relationships are actually vehicles designed for growth. When we stop needing or wanting from a place of abandonment, relationships can become a path to deeper intimacy and union. They mirror back to us the work we still need to do on ourselves. Every conflict, every trigger in a relationship is an opportunity for growth. Instead of blaming our partner for making us feel a certain way, we can ask ourselves, what is this revealing about me? What old wound is being activated here? This doesn't mean we stay in unhealthy relationships, but it does mean that we take responsibility for our own healing, rather than expecting our partner to do it for us. In our quest for healing, we often turn to quick fixes, plant medicine, alcohol, drugs, or other forms of escapism. While these might provide temporary relief or insights, they're not sustainable solutions. Plant medicine, for instance, can be a powerful tool, but it's just that, a tool. It can show you what's possible, but the real work happens when you come back to yourself and integrate those insights into your daily life. No external substance or experience can bring you the healing you need. The work is internal, and it's ongoing. It's about showing up for yourself day after day, moment after moment. The power of words. The words we speak reveal more about our inner state than we realize. For example, someone who says, "I just want to be with someone," is really saying, "I can't be with myself." Our words create our reality. They reflect our beliefs about ourselves and manifest in our experiences. Be mindful of the words you use, both in your internal dialogue and in your interactions with others. Start paying attention to your habitual phrases. Do you often say things like, "I can't," "It's too hard," or "I'm not good enough"? These phrases are not just descriptions of reality. They're creating your reality. Forgiveness and compassion. One of the most powerful acts of self-love is forgiveness, both for others and for ourselves. If we can't find compassion and forgiveness for our parents and our past, we'll struggle to find it for ourselves. Remember, our parents were dealing with their own traumas and wounds. Forgive them, for they know not what they do. When we can extend this understanding to our parents, we can begin to extend it to ourselves. Forgiveness doesn't mean condoning harmful behavior. It means releasing the emotional charge around past events so that they no longer control our present. It's a gift we give ourselves, freeing us from the burden of resentment and anger. The ongoing journey. This work of self-discovery and healing is not easy, and it's not a one-time event. It's a moment-to-moment practice. We have to be there for our inner child constantly. We have to be aware of our breath, our thoughts, our reactions. It's like building a muscle. The more we practice, the stronger we become. Over time, we become more aware, more responsive rather than reactive, more in tune with our true selves. As the saying goes, the ones who believed they could, did. The ones who believed they couldn't, didn't. Believe in your capacity to change and grow. You have everything you need within you. Conclusion. Life is offering us the course of all courses, the seminar of all seminars, the book beyond any book, and it's free. It's the conscious awareness of every moment of our lives. Each moment is an opportunity to wake up, to see ourselves clearly, to choose differently. As we do this work, we not only change ourselves, but contribute to changing the world. We move from the deranged to the enlightened, from fear to love, from separation to unity. Remember, you can't become what you already are. You can only unravel and dissolve what you are not. The limiting beliefs, the false stories, the misperceptions. As you do this, your true self, worthy, loving, abundant, naturally emerges. This is the journey back to love, back to our very essence. It's living our very essence. L-O-V-E. Living our very essence. As we conclude, I want to leave you with this thought. You are not broken. You don't need fixing. You are on a journey of remembering who you truly are. Every challenge, every trigger, every moment of discomfort is an invitation to peel away another layer of illusion and come home to yourself. Thank you for joining me on this exploration. May you continue to grow, to heal, and to love. Be the change you wish to see in the world. Embrace each moment as an opportunity for growth and transformation. And above all, remember that you are worthy, you are loved, and you are enough. Just as you are, right here, right now. Namaste.